For a point xy, so any point x and y on a line with 3, 2, we can calculate the slope as follows. So we're going to use the slope formula. So m is equal to, and my 2 points are going to be, I'm going to write it above it. Remember, it's going to be the difference in the y's first on top. So y minus 2 divided by x minus 3. If we then take and multiply by the denominator on both sides, we'll come up with m times x minus 3 is equal to y minus 2. This is called the point slope form of an equation of a line with a slope of m that's passing through the point x1, y1. So in this case, x1, y1 was the point 3, 2. That equation looks like this. We're going to write y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. So I'm going to move my y to the left side. So this is called the point slope form because we're going to fill in the m with the slope and the x sub 1, y sub 1 with a specific point. The only simplification that's going to be necessary once you fill in this formula is changing minus a negative number to plus a positive number. So we want to memorize this formula as well. So example 1, use the given point and the given slope to write an equation for a line, and it says point slope form. So we've memorized that this is point slope form because it needs a point and the slope. So I'm going to fill it in. My slope is 2/3, and so we're going to have that m is equal to 2/3, and because we have 2 and 1, this is my x1 and my y1. So I'm going to say that y minus 1, so that's y1, is equal to 2/3, it's my m, times x minus x sub 1, which is 2. And we can leave it like that. C, let's do the same thing. So in this time, we're going to have, here's my x sub 1, my y sub 1, here's my m. So we're going to do y minus y sub 1. So that's going to be minus a negative 5. So minus and minus gives me plus 5 is equal to the slope, which is negative 1/3, open parentheses, x minus x sub 1, which is 4. And E, same thing. Here's my x sub 1, my y sub 1, and my m. So I'm going to do y minus 3 is equal to 5 times x minus a negative 1, and minus a negative 1 is plus 1. On this page, we're going to graph a linear function that's written in point slope form. So if it's written in point slope form, that means we've been given a point. We graphed in the last section slope intercept form. And so at that point, we had the specific point, the y-intercept. But this time, we're just going to have a point and the slope. And we're going to be able to look at the slope-intercept form and be able to pull those out. So to graph it, we're going to write the slope in fraction form. So rise over run. We're going to plot the point that we can look and see in our formula. Then from that point that we plotted just then, we're going to move vertically using the rise going up, and then horizontally using the run going to the right, and plot a second point. Then we're going to repeat that slope formula over and over again, fill the grid, and then we're going to connect the points. In example 2, we're not given the formula quite yet, but we're specifically given a point. So here is a point, and we're given the slope. So according to our directions, we're going to plot the point, which is 1 over 1 up 2. So we're going to plot that point, and then we're going to do the slope, which is 1 over 3. So the rise is up 1 over 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to repeat that, up 1 over 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go backwards, down 1, back 1, 2, 3, down 1, back 1, 2, 3. and then we're going to connect our line.